Hey guys, we're going to do something a little bit differently today. I've been struggling trying to catch fish as of late, so I'm just going to go back to basics. I've been doing so poorly that it hasn't been fun. So I've lost sight of what's going on. So today, all I'm going to do is I brought my Microlite gear, and I'm just going to goof off with Microlite stuff just to get back in the groove and see what happens. I've got a crazy assortment of lures. I'm going to be doing some tackle roundup to show you what kind of stuff I'm going to be fishing with, but they just seem like really cool lures to be fishing with, and cool things to try out, and be something a little bit different for you. So hope you enjoy. Oh, I lost him. Well, mind you, I'm on a Microlite. Whoa, that's a super nice bass. Heck yeah! Oh, heck yeah! Guys, look at what I just caught on a Microlite. Microlite. That's a solid. Look at that guy. That's a solid fish. Very fun on a Microlite. That is a lot of fun on that little Microlite. Top water on top of it too. Good stuff. And now it's time for tackle roundup. What I'm using today is this little guy. This is a little tiny Fred Arbogast Hula popper in black and white. Hula popper is an old school lure. You don't really even see anybody using those things anymore. Truth be told, I've never used a full-size hula popper, but based on what I'm getting off this little guy, it might be worth investigating. The action is actually really good. I'm getting bites on it. The only drawback to using this mini one is the casting range isn't that good, and I'm using super light tackle. I'm using my little Microlite, and the only issue with that is when I do get a bite, hook sets are an issue. It's hard to get a good hook set. And it has nothing to do with the lure. It has to do everything to do with the tackle, because I'm using the rod is 5 foot. I'm using 4 pound test, and you know there's a lot of stretch in that line. There's not a lot of pull with my with my rod, and it's super lightweight. So it's hard to get a good hook set on these bigger bass, but it's a lot of fun though. So I'm gonna try this out and see how this top water plays out. But again, that concludes today's tackle roundup. Hey, that's a nice little bass too. Heck yeah! Look at that little guy. Not bad. Fred Arbogast mini hula popper. Pretty impressive. that's a big old turtle. Let's see if we can get up close to him. That is a big turtle. He's a fighter. Come on up here, bud. Killing him with this little hula popper. Woo! Catch him on this really light tackle is awesome. Really light tackle, guys. Catching these big old bass. Well, I say big old bass. Decent sized bass. Fun stuff on the Microlite. There we go. Come here, bud. That little guy. Caught him on that little crankbait. And now it's time for a follow-up edition of Tackle Roundup. What I'm using right now is, everybody is familiar with crankbait. You know, regular old deep diving crankbait. That's what I love, crankbaits. But because today I'm just playing around with some Microlite stuff, this is what I'm using today. This little teeny crankbait. I don't know what the manufacturer is. It's I don't know what the manufacturer is. It's got a little rattle to it. Kind of a purple minnow shad. And what I'm doing, I'm just casting, kind of using like a jerk bait. You can slowly roll it like a crankbait, but I'm actually rolling it like a, like a jerk bait. And let's see if we can catch some more fish on it. I'm having a lot of fun catching these bass on these little light gauge, real light tackle. But let's see what else we can catch. And that concludes the second edition of Tackle Roundup. Man, that's a big old brim. Big old brim. Hold still, bud. That's big old chunky brim. Multi-species lure. There we go. Come on. What the heck is this? That is a huge brim. That's a big old brim. See that? That's 9.5 inch brim. Hey guys, I caught my lure up in this tree and I went paddling over here to get it out, and then something caught my eye, and look what I see hung up in a tree. That's a whopper plopper, an official whopper plopper. That's a $16 lure. This day just keeps getting better and better. Little guy, little fish, little guy. I mean, little lure, little fish. Look at those colors there. Look at that. Very pretty. Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me on the little Microlite edition. Got to play around with a couple cool lures. That Hula popper, that was actually surprisingly good. I think I'm going to go run out and buy a larger version just to see how that plays out. But that was a really cool little lure. Was also messing around with that little crankbait. I was working it as a jerkbait. If you'd like some information on those lures, I'm going to put those down in the description box so you know what I'm fishing with. Also want to give you a little heads up, make an announcement here. If I've seemed a little bit stressed, it's this episode and the last couple episodes, just because I have been, and the reason for that is the big announcement is I'm actually signed up for a charity bass tournament this coming Saturday. It is for an organization called Socks and Cookies, which is a charity group. They raise money and send care packages to deployed vets overseas, which is really cool. It's a cool charity. I've been thinking about sticking my toe in the tournament water just to see what was going on. And I thought this would be like a really cool, good way to learn how to do it, because I've never fished in a tournament before. There are prizes, but it's not about the prizes. It's just about going out and having fun. But it would be a great opportunity to learn how the tournament process works. So I have signed up for that, and it figures as soon as I sign up for that tournament, I haven't caught a single bass in weeks. I mean, it's been literally weeks. So I have been sweating bullets here, worrying about me losing my mojo right here when I've signed up for my first tournament. And I've been pretty stressed about it. But today was a cool day. It was relaxing. I feel like this was a episode how Josh got his groove back. I feel good. I feel a little bit redeemed. If you would, look down in the description box and be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Next week, be sure to subscribe, because next week I'm going to do essentially it's a how-to video, but it'll be mostly how to fish one of these online tournaments and what the process is and what it's like, and we're going to be learning this process together, because I've never done it. So it should be really cool. You should be able to learn from my mistakes and learn some tricks, and if you're thinking about doing it yourself, this might be a good video for you. So be sure to subscribe, and that way you'll get an alert when that video goes live. But again, thanks so much for watching. This is Josh with Abide Fishing, and y'all take care.